Alright, here we go. Segment number 5 of my Easter special for this year, which we're at the Xbox 360 office to play America's favorite answering question show, Jeopardy! We're going to get into our game right now. This is attempt number 2 at filming this segment. I had to abort attainment number 1 to do something. This is Jeopardy!
Please welcome our contestants. Player 1. Player 2. Player 3. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Rivet.
See if I can win
Thank
a
you,
lot
Johnny
of money
Gilbert.
here. That would be
Thank
really
you,
nice.
ladies and gentlemen, and welcome.
All right.
Let's take you
Here
right
we
now
go.
into the
Jeopardy
Jeopardy
round.
round. Clues are worth
One daily double
$200 to
in one of
$1,000
these
in
categories.
NBA
NBA
retired jerseys.
jerseys.
Birds.
Birds.
Missing body
Missing
parts.
body parts.
Coffee break.
Coffee break.
Letters.
Letters.
And art.
Art
For
for art's sake.
A lot of clues, a lot of
All right, coffee
categories.
break,
Player
John.
The first Starbucks opened in this city's Pike Place Market in 1971.
Where's Pike Place? Oops,
The correct response is Seattle.
Seattle. Alright, well, I'm not much of a coffee person.
Player
so
one,
let's try
choose
something
again.
Different. Letters 200.
It equals a 2.0 GPA. Let's hear it, player 1.
What is B?
No, that's not right.
Wrong.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? We're talking about C.
C. Letters for 4.
It stands for a metric unit equal to about a quarter gallon. Here's what we were looking for. L.
L. Oh, I should have known that. L for
Again,
liters.
please. It's the 21st letter of our alphabet.
Okay, this one I should know.
Let's hear it, player 1.
Okay. Alright, hang on a second. M-N-O-P Q-R-S-T-U.
Good.
Yeah,
Back on the
there we
plus
go.
side. Player 1. In Morse code, it's 3 dots. It's player 2.
What is O?
No, that's not
No,
right.
that's wrong.
Anyone else? Here's the response we were looking for. S.
S. Alright, coffee break for 4.
Please pick again. Gulping down 400 million cups a day, this country leads the world in coffee consumption. Okay, player 1.
What is the United States?
Right.
Coffee break for 600.
Player 1. In the 1940s, this libation was invented at what's now the Shannon Airport as a welcome drink for visitors. Here's the correct response. Irish coffee.
Irish coffee. Okay, NBA retired jerseys.
You get to
for
pick
200.
again, player 1. Los Angeles Lakers, number 32. Yes, player 1.
Who is Magic Johnson? Yes. Same category for 4.
Please. Philadelphia 76ers, number 6. Player 1.
Who is Julius Irving?
Correct.
Letters
Player
for
one, back to
1,000.
you. If your trademark application is okayed, you can follow the trademarked item with this letter in a circle. Okay, player one.
What is R?
Good.
2,400.
We
Indians
return
are
to you,
jerseys for
player
6.
one. Boston Celtics, number 33. Let's hear it, player
Who
one.
is Larry Bird?
Yep.
Alright, retired jerseys for 800.
Please.
Answer there is Daily Double.
It's the Daily Double. You are in first place.
Okay,
What are you going to win?
let's go for $2,000.
All right, here's your clue. Indiana Pacers, number 31.
Who is Reggie Miller?
You have maintained
And
your
that
lead.
takes me up to
Good job.
5,000.
We
Let's
return
switch
to you.
category.
New York Knicks, number 33. Player one?
Who is Patrick Ewing?
Right.
Ran right through that category. Coffee
You
break
get
for
to pick
800.
again, player one. The brand called Chock Full of These dates back to 1932, when William Black opened a chain of coffee shops. It's player one.
What are nuts? Roll now. Coffee break
Player
1,000.
one, famously mild and expensive Blue Mountain coffee is grown in this island nation. Here's what we were looking for. Jamaica.
Jamaica.
Please pick again, player one.
Missing body parts 200.
This assassin's third, fourth, and fifth vertebrae aren't in a Baltimore cemetery. They're at the National Museum of Health and Medicine. Player one?
Who's John Wilkes Booth?
We return to you, player
Right, that's
one.
4,000.
An American urologist is said to own a very important part of this French leader who died on May 5th, 1821. Yes, player two.
Napoleon Bonaparte.
Yes.
Yes. Minus 400, you select.
All right, let's get back into this. Player
600.
two has control. This Lord Protector's body was once buried in Westminster Abbey. It's believed his head is buried in Cambridge. Yes, player three?
Who's Oliver?
Yep.
Yes.
Player three, you start us off.
Birds for 200.
Perhaps this thrush, a type of babbler, hangs out at comedy clubs with the same named hyena. Let's hear it, player one.
What is laughing?
Yep.
Yeah. Birds for 400.
Player one. Listen, you white-bellied bustard. I know where you live. This continent's savannah. Player one.
What is Africa?
That's right. Way to go.
Birds for 600.
Player one. This common long-legged wading bird gets its name from a prop used by circus performers. Here's the correct response. The stilt.
Stilt.
Player one,
Missing
back to
body
you.
parts for 800.
General Lee said, he has lost his left arm, which was buried in Elwood, Virginia, but I have lost my right arm. Here's the correct response. Stonewall Jackson.
Stonewall Jackson.
We return to you. Musical name of Cygnus Buccinator. Let's hear it, player two.
Trumpeter Swan.
Yes, on the plus side again.
You're out of the hole and you have 400.
Player two, you start us
Birds
off.
1,000.
This bird of the family Gruidae can be distinguished from the heron by the bustle of feathers over its rump. Here's what we were looking for. The crane.
Crane.
Select again.
Body parts 1,000.
P.T. Barnum didn't have this actress's leg to stand on when she refused his $10,000 offer for it. The correct response is Sarah Bernhardt.
Sarah Bernhardt. One category
You get
left
to pick
play.
again, player 2.
Art for art's sake, 200.
Mount Rushmore, a depiction of 4 imposing bovines, was sculpted by Jim Victor from this dairy product. Player 1?
What is butter?
Yes.
Got it. Art for art's sake for 1,000.
Okay, let's get this rap artist and his wife Jean-Claude used more than 1 million square feet of fabric to wrap the Reichstag. Let's hear it, player 3.
Nails.
No.
No.
Sorry.
Incorrect.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Here's what we wanted. Christo.
Christo. 800.
Player 1. Who else but this Iberian would paint giant flying demitas with incomprehensible appendage 5 meters long? Here's the response we were looking for. Salvador Dali.
Salvador Dali. 600.
Player 1. If you donate $135 to his sanctuary, you can own a painting signed by this Tarzan co-star. Yes, player 1?
Who is Cheetah?
Good for you. And we'll wrap
now
up
the
the
last
board
one
with
for
this
400.
clue. A room full of silver balloons that move with the air currents is a highlight of this pop artist's Pittsburgh museum. Okay, player 3.
Andy Warhol.
Right.
You
You're
are
out
right.
of the hole.
And you finished this round with
Okay,
0.
we have player 3 in third place.
And I first
That's player 3. We'll go first in the Double Jeopardy round.
Player 3 will select first in Double Jeopardy.
And we have 2 daily doubles awaiting you.
2 daily doubles this time around. Categories are
Beekeeping,
beekeeping,
Scientific American,
Scientific American,
Latin American
Latin
history,
American history,
Royalty on
royalty
film,
on film,
Everyday Italian,
everyday Italian,
and the Bible.
The Bible. B
Notice the
quotation
quotation marks
What
on
that
the B.
means.
Player 3, where do we start?
Bible for 4.
Her first husband was the Hittite Uriah. David was second. Okay, player 1.
Who is Bathsheba?
Correct.
Italian for 400.
All right, formaggio is this dairy
What
product.
is cheese?
Let's hear it, player 1. That is correct. This food staple is pane.
What is bread?
Player 1. That's correct.
Italian for 1,200, please.
Selecting.
The answer there is a daily
Yes,
double.
the first of the daily doubles. And you're
Let's
in the
go
lead
for the
now.
whole thing.
What are you going to win? Here is your clue. This
Doing
body
well with
part
this
is
category.
a piede.
Oh boy, what is the head?
No.
Oh
Here's the correct
no!
response. A foot.
What? I lost all my money.
Player 1. This quadruped is un cavallo.
Oh no.
It's player 2.
Horse?
You are correct. Player 2, you start.
Latin American history for 4.
Let's take it over to Jimmy.
In 1565, Portuguese knight Estácio de Sá founded this Brazilian city on Guanabara Bay.
Okay, player 1.
Oh, what is Rio de Janeiro? Italian for
Player 1,
2,000.
make a selection, please. This day of the week is martedì.
What is Tuesday?
Yes, player 1. Yes.
could do that one. It's been the daily double.
Player 1, choose
Final
again.
800.
The chief god of the Canaanites. Let's hear it, Player 1.
Who is Belial?
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Here's the response we were looking for. Baal.
Baal.
Player 1, the youngest son of Jacob and Rachel. It's Player 1.
Who's Baruch?
Sorry. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response?
Oh, man.
The correct response is Benjamin.
Bible 16.
Player 1. He traveled with Paul to spread Jesus' teachings until they disagreed and separated. Let's hear it, Player 1.
Who's Barnabas?
Good for you.
Okay, let's finish the category.
You get, it's at his feast that Daniel interprets the writing on the wall. Here's what we wanted. Belshazzar.
Belshazzar.
Please pick again, Player 1.
Beekeeping for 4.
This term for a group of bees refers specifically to the group that flies from the hive to form a new colony. Player 1?
There's swarm.
Good. Player 1, drones don't sting, and queens only sting other queens. So only worry about these bees, 95% of a hive's population. Yes, Player 1?
There are worker bees.
Good for you.
Beekeeping for 1,200.
Player 1. Honey is produced by the evaporation of this drink of the gods that bees collect from flowers and then regurgitate. Yes, Player 1?
What is nectar?
You correct. We rich glands on a bee's abdomen convert the sugar in honey to this building material. Yes, Player 1?
Wax.
You get a major concern for beekeepers is CCD, this disorder. Yes, Player 1?
What is colony collapse disorder?
Correct.
I've got most of my money back.
Player 1, choose again. Helen Mirren as this queen in The Queen. It's Player 1.
Who's Queen Elizabeth II?
Right.
Yeah! Royalty on film, 800.
Player 1. Kate Blanchett in 1998 as this title queen. Here's what we wanted. Elizabeth I. Player 1. Kirsten Dunst in 2006 as this title queen. It's Player 1.
Who's Marie Antoinette?
Right you are.
9,600 now. Royalty on film,
Player
16.
1. Robert Shaw was him in A Man for All Seasons. Here's the correct response. Henry VIII.
2,000.
You get...
Answer there, the other daily double.
Sir, the second daily double.
Right, this time
You
I'm not
are
going to
currently in the lead.
This
What
time
are you
I'm
going to
not
wait?
bet everything. 5,400.
And the clue. Katharine Hepburn was her in The Lion in Winter.
Who is Lady Jane Grey?
Even so, you are
No!
in the lead. The correct response is Eleanor of
Eleanor of
Aquitaine.
Aquitaine. Oh!
Player 1, you pick again, please. Scientific American reported on the founder type of these genetic changes. They happen in one person and affect millions of descendants. Okay, player one.
What are our evolutions?
Sorry,
No!
that's wrong.
Down to 3,800.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Okay, player two.
Mutation.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it.
Player two, start us. A March 2002 story was on this bacterial toxin months after the first purposeful release in the United States. Player one.
What is anthrax?
Good. A lot of an IPY, an international this year, kicked off in 2007 to study ice shelves and permafrost. Player one.
What is prevention? I don't know.
Nope.
No, that's not right. Down to 34.
Any other takers?
Oh, if I hadn't screwed up on those 2 daily doubles in this round, I'd be sitting pretty.
Let's hear it, player two.
Polar.
That is correct.
Yeah, that's what I needed.
All right, let's get back into this. Player two has control appropriately. He wrote the October 1994 story, The Search for Extraterrestrial Life. It's player three.
Carl Sagan. Yeah. Player 3's back on the board now.
Player three, start us. Scientific American reported that millions of spam messages are generated by rogue software programs it called these. Okay, player one.
There are viruses?
No.
Wrong! Now I'm in last
Any other takers?
place. I was doing so well earlier.
Here's what we wanted. Bots. Player three, back to you.
Latin American history.
By the 7th century, this civilization's city of Tikal in the Yucatan had a population of tens of thousands. It's player one.
Oh. What is Mayan?
Right.
2000.
Player one, you start us off. In December of 1980, a junta appointed Jose Napoleon Duarte president of this small Central American country. Let's hear it, player two.
Nicaragua? No.
Anyone else? Okay, player one.
What is El Salvador?
Yes. You again. In 1957, this physician and patron of voodoo was elected president of Haiti, which he ruled with an iron fist for 14 years. Let's hear it, player one.
Who's Duvalier?
Right.
Last clue.
And we'll wrap up the board with this clue. In 1541, Pedro de Valdivia, a soldier of this Inca conqueror, founded the city of Santiago in Chile. It's player one.
Who's Pizarro?
Good for you.
Right. $7,000.
Good
going
game.
in Final
All of
Jeopardy.
you will continue on to play Final Jeopardy when we return. Here comes the Final
It's a
Jeopardy.
runaway.
The category is this. Military men. So, what's your wager?
You know what? I'll try all of it.
And the clue reads,
Since it is a special.
books about this American are subtitled Warrior as Wordsmith and the Far Eastern General.
I'll say who's Douglas MacArthur.
What did you put as your
Player
response?
2, start with you. You said who's Douglas MacArthur.
With that correct response,
You're right, and you
will
wagered
gain.
$5.
Let's see your response.
1605. Player 3 said Norman Top, which we know is incorrect. It was 1450. You
Let's
dropped
see
to
your
150.
response.
And I said Douglas MacArthur.
How much do you
I
add to
don't
the
know my
total with
score.
that correct response?
So I end up winning a total of $14,000.
Come out ahead as our champion player.
And after what happened on that first Daily Double,
So long.
$14,000 is not too bad a payday. We'll see you next time for another segment